Hey guys, Mike here. So today's cult classic review is 1986's Big Trouble in Little China, starring Kurt Russell as Jack Burton. In Big Trouble in Little China, Jack Burton is pretty much your average truck driver, until one day he ends up getting pulled into the land of sorcery and magic, and gets involved in a big battle beneath the underground of Chinatown. So now he has to fight ancient Chinese sorcerers and help save his friend's fiancée. And so we have Big Trouble in Little China. So guys, this is a movie in this series that before reviewing it and watching it today, I had not seen it before, though I had heard really good things about this one, especially from my parents who were really raving about this movie. To be fair, they've talked up quite a few movies in this series, and I imagine they'll be talking up a couple more as I get to them. But still, was really excited to see this one. So, what did I think of Big Trouble in Little China? First of all, I do really like Kurt Russell, and he brings his natural charm and charisma to this role. But what I really liked about his character is that he wasn't just the natural problem solver. Because normally in movies like this, when you get a predominantly non-American cast, it's normally the big tough American guy who solves all the problems and has no flaws. Whereas in this movie, he's more or less inconsequential to pretty much everything that happens. He's always either getting captured, beaten up, or just basically knocked out before the fight even starts. I wouldn't say that he's completely useless, he still does help out a great deal, and is pretty much one of the driving forces of this movie. But I just really liked how they didn't make him just this typical saves-everyone hero, and he has really great chemistry with his co-stars as well. But I did think that his romance with Kim Cattrall's character was very forced. They pretty much went 1 minute from pretty much not really liking each other, and then just all of a sudden, they're in love with each other. And in pretty much every movie like this, it just comes across as really unbelievable. But still, it wasn't so much of a crutch that it detracted from the story, so you know, it was perfectly fine. Something else I really love as well is that Big Trouble in Little China doesn't take itself completely seriously. It respects the fact that it's trying to tell a decent narrative, but at the same time, it understands how goofy and outlandish its story is. Even though the actual subject matter is really ridiculous, the story, the fight scenes, and the movie as a whole is handled really well and respectfully. Because they wanted to tell a decent story, but at the same time, they just wanted to make a really fun, funny movie, and John Carpenter definitely did that. And I'd say the effects of this movie, while at sometimes being a bit dated, they really match the aesthetic of this movie. Because if this was a super gritty, serious movie, these effects would have been horrible. But because this is a bit more of a fun, loose, kooky movie, these effects lend themselves brilliantly to Big Trouble in Little China. And just my overall thoughts of this movie is, it's just fun. But now, would I consider Big Trouble in Little China a personal cult classic, and would I recommend that you guys should watch it? Even though I really like this movie, I wouldn't put it as a personal favourite. Don't get me wrong, there was nothing really majorly wrong with this movie. I just probably wouldn't put it into my all-time favourite movies lists. However, I would definitely recommend that you guys should watch it. It's got a little bit of something for everyone, and I think you'll just have a blast watching it. Okay guys, that's my cult classic review of Big Trouble in Little China. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Whatever you think, drop it in the comments below. Until next time, I've been Michael. See ya!